Hey guys, how's it going? It's Blocky today, and today we are going to be doing the What Will I Be Watching, or whatever you want to call it, for the spring 2024 season. But before I jump into that, it would be awesome if you guys could subscribe to the channel. My goal this year is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and that would really help out a lot. And if you end up liking this video by the end, make sure to leave a like as well. That would be awesome and really help and be really appreciated. Anyways though, let's get into it. So, we have Konosuba Season 3. Konosuba Season 3 I'm definitely watching. Konosuba is one of the best isekai anime out there, and it's not even close. Such a good show. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2 as well, another great show. Mushoku Tensei is another one I'm definitely watching. But those two are obviously going to be like some of the best shows of the season. We got Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc. I'm going to watch it. Honestly, Demon Slayer is kind of but yeah, I will be watching it just because, Demon Slayer is Demon Slayer, so of course have to watch it. The only thing good about it is the animation. The storytelling is pretty decent, the characters are okay, but like, it's not my favorite shonen out there. But the animation is great, and yeah, I will be checking out Demon Slayer because it's Demon Slayer. Then we have Slime Season 3. Of course, I'm going to be watching Slime. It's another great isekai that I really enjoy. So yeah, definitely going to be watching out Slime. My Hero Academia Season 7. Of course, more My Hero Academia. I'm going to be watching it. There have been some ups and downs in My Hero, but the last season was really good, so hoping Season 7 continues that trend and is also really good. Kaiju number 8. Of course, we have Kaiju number 8. Everybody knows Kaiju number 8, so of course, have to check that one out. Have to see what it's going to be about. I have not read the manga, but I do know obviously about the manga, just like most people do. So definitely going to be watching that anime, see how it goes, and see if it's good. Then we have, let's see, I think that is Demon King Academy Season 2, Season 3? It's Season 2, Part 2, yeah. I'm probably going to watch it. I didn't really like Part 1 of Season 2, but, I'll give it a go, see how it goes, see if it's any decent or not, and, yeah, I'll just see if it's good. This one, though, Spice and Wolf, the remake, the Spice and Wolf remake is a 100% watch. It's probably going to be my favorite show of the season. This is going to be, like, actually such a banger. Probably literally the best show of the season. And it's a criminal that is not higher up. It should be number 1 here. Screw all these other shows. Alright, now we have the 5th season of Date A Live. I've watched the previous 4 seasons, so I'm in too deep. I have to watch it. I'm in too deep. This show is ass, but I'm in too deep. Then we have The Irregular of Magic High School Season 3, which I have not even seen Season 2. I probably won't watch it, but for all those who enjoy that show, good on you. Got another season for you guys there. This one is called, it's a Yuri anime. I forget what it's called. Wish Me a Love Song or something like that. Anyways, let's read the synopsis for it. Bubbly, energetic first-year high school student Himari falls head over heels for her senpai Yori after hearing her band perform on the first day of school. Himari tells Yori that she loves her, and Himari's surprised. Yori says she loves Himari back. But when Himari realizes that she and her senpai are feeling 2 different kinds of love, she begins to ask herself what love really means. Yeah, it's a Yuri anime. I'm definitely going to watch this one. It looked really good. I remember seeing the manga a while ago, and it looked really good. So, yeah, this anime definitely looks really good, and I'm definitely going to check it out. Eurocamp Season 3, of course I'm watching because it's Eurocamp, and Eurocamp is the GOAT. And I need to relax for 12 or 13 weeks, however long this anime is going to be. So, there we go. You got Hibiki Euphonium Season 3. Yes. Anything Kyoto Animation is a yes. Kyoto Animation is the GOAT, so yes. And Hibiki Euphonium is just good. We got Sentai Daishikaku. I don't even know what that is, but we can go read the synopsis and see. When the monster army invaded Earth 13 years ago, the Divine Dragon Rangers rose up to stop them. With the war raging on, these great heroes of mankind are the last hope. Or are they? In truth, the invaders were subjected within a year, forced to continue to crank out a monster a week for Rangers to crush in the front of their adoring fans, but one monster has had enough. Something has to change. He'll rebel against the might of the Dragon Rangers and destroy them all. From the inside. That sounds... Honestly, it sounds kind of mid. I'm not going to lie. This sounds okay. I'm probably going to check out the first couple episodes of it. It doesn't sound terrible, but... yeah, I'll check it out. See how it is, see if it's good or not. It doesn't sound like the worst thing on the planet. So now we have A Condition Called Love, a good shoujo anime, but let's read the synopsis. Hotaru Hinase is a first-year high school student, has a great family and wonderful friends, but not much luck when it comes to romance. One day, she happens to see the boy across in the class next door. Hananoi got dumped. Seeing Hananoi standing in the middle of a park all alone, Hotaru decides to hand him an umbrella. That little act causes Hananoi to ask her out soon after. What does love even mean? What does it mean to be in love? Hotaru is flustered and suddenly being asked out by Hananoi, who has an endless amount of love for the person he loves and wants to do everything he can for them. This is a story about first love between a girl who doesn't understand romantic love and a boy who may be a bit too heavy-handed when it comes to love. Oh, I actually didn't even know the synopsis of this. I just knew it was going to be good because it's a shoujo romance, and shoujo romances are always good. But yeah, that sounds really good, and I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. We got Windbreaker. This one's kind of been like hyped up on Twitter a lot. But let's go and see. Haruka Sakura wants nothing to do with weaklings. He's only interested in the strongest of the strong. He's from the Fern High School, a school near the dropout degenerates known for only brawling strength. In a town with its territorial disputes, Haruka's got only one goal in mind, to become the hero his town deserves. Yeah, Windbreaker does sound pretty decent, so I'll probably check it out and see if it's good or not. And this one is, let's see, I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. I actually do know this light novel, but I'll read the synopsis for you guys who care. I don't really care about this show, but I'll read the synopsis for you guys. The qualities valued most of the study, the magic and bloodline, aptitude, and effort. There is one sorcerer who, despite his deep love for magic, was born a commoner and thus lacked the bloodline and aptitude for it. As he died an unnatural death, he wished he had studied magic more while he had the chance. Then he was reincarnated as Lloyd, the 7th prince of the kingdom of Salome, and one blessed with a strong magical bloodline, reborn with all his memories intact, along with the perfect bloodline and immense talent. He is determined to enjoy his new life, using his extraordinary magical abilities and master the study of magic that was beyond his reach in his previous life. Yeah, it's basically just going to be an overpowered isekai. But again, if you guys are interested in that, go ahead, check it out. I may watch 1 or 2 episodes. Sometimes I check out some isekai here and there. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. So we got Mission Yuzakura family here. I actually never read the manga, but it did look pretty decent. But so I'll read the synopsis because I actually don't know much about it. Taiyo Asano is a super shy high school student, and the only person he can talk to is a childhood friend, Mutsumi Yozakura. It turns out that Mutsumi is the daughter of the ultimate spy family. Even worse, Mutsumi is being harassed by her overprotective nightmare brother, Kyochiro. What drastic steps will Taiyo have to take to save Mutsumi? A spy family comedy. The mission begins. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it just sounds pretty decent, so I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. We got Black Butler. Have never seen Black Butler, but for Black Butler fans, another season for you guys. That's great. But yeah, I've not seen Black Butler. It's something on my list of anime to watch, so I'll eventually get to it, but as of right now, I have not seen it, so there we go. We got Unnamed Memory. My wish as a champion is for you to descend the tower and be my wife. Climbing a deadly tower, Oscar seeks the power of its master, the Witch of the Azure Moon. He hopes her incredible magic can break a curse that will kill any woman he takes for a wife. When the prince sees how beautiful Tanasha is, though, he has a better idea. Since she's surely strong enough to survive the curse, she should just marry him instead. Tanasha isn't keen on the idea, but agrees to live with Oscar in the royal castle for a year while researching the spell placed on the prince. The witch's pretty face hides several lifetimes of dark secrets. However, secrets begin resurfacing. Honestly, that does sound kind of funny and pretty decent. So I'm probably going to actually check this one out because this one actually does sound pretty good. So we got Bartender, Glass of God, brand new Bartender anime. I guess there was another one or something. I don't know. But I don't know anything about it because there's no synopsis. So if you're in bartending, I guess check out that anime. Alright, so we have Chillin' in Another World with level 2 super cheap powers. This is just another shitty isekai, but I'll give it a read for all those people who might care. The magical kingdom of Cloyolide summons hundreds of heroes from another world every year to fight their war against the Dark One and his army of powerful demons. Banaza is one of those heroes summoned from the royal capital, Paluma, but something's not right. Banaza is the average merchant. He has no magic, no fighting ability, and his stats are abysmal. Worse, a mishap leaves him unable to return home, rejected as a hero and stranded in another world, abandoned to the far reaches of the kingdom by a cruel king who just wants him gone. Banaza's fate looks pretty bleak, but what will happen to the failed hero candidate finds himself with super cheap powers once he hits level 2? I mean, yeah, it's just another crappy isekai if you want to check it out. I mean, I'm not blaming you guys. If you like that show, go for it. Let's see. God's Game We Play. In their overabundance of free time, the gods grew bored and decided to create challenging battles of wits and to spice things up. Their opponent, humanity. A select few players called apostles meet the gods in the spiritual realms, playing field to beat the deities of their own games. A former god named Lashia has woken after sleeping thousands of years, and her first demand to meet this era's best player. She is introduced to Faye, an acclaimed rookie apostle. Together, they plan to challenge the gods and win the ultimate prize, but no one in human history has managed to clear the games because the gods can be capricious, outrageous, and sometimes downright incomprehensible. In the face of absurdity, what can the apostles do but enjoy the contest to its fullest? So yeah, it's basically just gonna be a comedy here. I'm worried about the ecchi one, but I may check out a couple episodes of that, see if it's gonna be any good. Anyways, this one I don't know the name of because it's in Japanese, but let's see. I want to find what I enjoy. Shibuya, a district overflowing with identity. A girl trying to find her drifts through Shibuya in the dead of night until a special encounter changes everything. For the first time, the creative activities of an unknown young girl will begin. So yeah, it looks like a slice of life in Shibuya. I'll probably check it out because it looks good. Let's see. So we have an Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. Okay, so Zagod might be the most feared evil sorcerer, but when it comes to social interactions, he's the most inept. All those days studying the dark arts won't help him when he falls in love at first sight with Nephelia, the beautiful elven slave, and spends his entire fortune to purchase her. With no clue how to talk to each other, an awkward arrangement of a bumbling sorcerer and a timid elf begins. Okay, so it's basically another isekai, but this one, it seems more like a comedy than anything. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to raise in the new world. Why is there so many isekai? Our protagonist, Ars Levent, is reincarnated in another world as a young son of a minor noble who owns a small domain. Ars was not particularly strong or intelligent, but he was born with the appraisal skill that's able to see others' abilities and statuses. He uses his skill to find the best hidden talents in the world to make their small, weak domain into the best. An isekai tale about an unification about the start, featuring the kind-hearted Ars and the unique talents he manages to find. Yeah, crappy isekai, really. Let's see, so we got, I think this is Grandma and Grandpa. I don't know what Wakagaru is, but anyways, the story of Jisan, Basan, Wakagaru follows Shozo and Line and Ine, an elderly couple who are living a quiet life in a farming village in Aomori Prefecture. After eating a mysterious apple, they discovered on their apple farm. Shozo and Ine spontaneously regain their youth, but after being reinvigorated, they continue to live a life at a grandparently place. It sounds wholesome, so checking wholesomeness out. Blue Archive. I'm not gonna watch Blue Archive, but if you guys want to watch it, go for it. I'm not gonna blame people who are into Blue Archive. All right, so we have Kai to Otome to Kamakushi. Let's read the synopsis for this. I don't really know what that title is. An aspiring novelist teams up with an enigmatic colleague to solve supernatural urban mysteries. Ogawa Sumariko is a busty bookstore clerk who wants to become a novelist after some writing success in her youth. When strange occurrences start cropping up around the city, she teams up with her flirtatious co-worker Adashino Ren to look into them. But Ren is hiding a secret of his own. With their combined skills of occult knowledge, will they discover as they investigate? I don't know. It sounds okay. I might give it a couple episodes to see if it's any decent. It sounds okay. Doesn't look terrible. All right, we have the third season of Duke of Death and is made. It's a pretty good show, honestly. I haven't finished season 2 yet. I think I'm about 6 episodes in. I want to finish it. It is really good. I just haven't gotten around to it. It was one of those shows I kind of had to put on the back burner in the season it came out because there was other shows and I was really, really busy at the time. But I am going to plan on finishing it because it does look really, really good. Just a continuation of Duke of Death and is made. And then we have whatever this is, a radio show, it looks like. Let me go ahead and read the synopsis. Yuhi Yugure and Yusumi Utanate, two high school voice actresses who have happened to attend the same school and coincidentally got placed in the same class, are the two hosts of a radio weekly program. As fellow classmates and voice actresses, they show all their listeners their great friendship, at least on the surface. In reality, the quiet girl Chika and the Gyaru Yumiko are complete opposites, and they absolutely cannot stand each other. Off-air, chaos and insults erupt. On air, they're the best of friends. Just where will the tumultuous relationship lead them? So yeah, it looks like a funny comedy. I'll definitely check that out because it looks funny. Then we got The Fable. Alright. When you're an infamous prodigy hitman known only as Fable, many things come easy. Being a normal person, however, isn't one of them. In the fact, being told that he can't kill anyone For a while, much just basically the hardest job Fable's ever taken. Um, yeah, it looks like a comedy. I may give it a few episodes. It doesn't really look like my kind of comedy, but I may give it a few episodes to kind of see if it's any good. Then we have The New Gate. It looks like another isekai. The New Gate is an online game transformed into a life and death struggle for its players, thanks to the valiant efforts of Shin, the most powerful of them all. An end to the game and freedom for everyone seemed within reach. But just moments after Shin defeats the game's final boss, he finds himself bathed in an unknown light and transported some 500 years into the future of the in-game world. Thrown from a simple game gone wrong to a strange new land, one young swordsman is unrivaled strength is about to embark on a legendary journey. Yeah, I mean, so he went from SAO to 500 years into the future is basically what we're getting at. Girls Band Cry. The main character drops out of high school in her second year and aims at entering a university while working alone in Tokyo. A girl betrayed by her friends doesn't know what to do. Another girl is abandoned by her parents and tries to survive the city by doing part-time jobs. This world lets us down all the time. Nothing goes as planned, but we want something that we can continue to like. We believe that there's a place where we belong. That's why we sing. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. That sounds actually really good. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we have One Room. So, no thanks from me there. But if you're a fan of One Room, go for it. Then we have Vampire Dormitory. I want to become your thrall. A cross-dressing girl and a doting vampire's dangerous cohabitation is about to begin. After losing her parents and being abandoned by her relatives, Mito is left all alone in the world. When she's kicked out of the restaurant where she works, with no money and no place to live, she is taken in by Ruka, a vampire. In exchange for giving Ruka her blood as his food, she ends up living with him in a boys' dorm full of beautiful boys and unique personalities. Yeah, I think I saw the trailer for this, and it looks kind of eh. So, I mean, probably not going to check it out. There are certain series where I'm just like, eh. And if you want to watch this, go for it. Absolutely go for it. I'm not going to read that title. As he tries to find a peaceful life for himself and being kicked out of his parents' place. Yeah, so, probably another crappy fantasy, power fantasy, whatever. So we have Re-Monster. After meeting an untimely death, Tomokui Kanata is reincarnated as a lowly goblin, but he's worked up a monstrous appetite. Thanks to his new ability that allows him to grow stronger the more he feeds, his feeble status quickly changes and he rises to become a goblin leader. With a mix of his past memories and new body and strong stomach, he's taking a bite of his new fantastical world. So, another isekai. How many isekai are there this season? That's crazy, dude. I've read like 8 isekai synopsises. Holy crap, man. High Speed Etoile, or Etoile. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but it looks mid as hell. The show follows character Rin Rindo. Rin once had a dream of becoming a ballet dancer, but had to give up on that dream due to an injury. Afterwards, she became a NEET and a gamer who lived in her grandmother's house, but one day she suddenly was thrown into the world of racing. The anime takes place in the near future where the latest technology has made it so vehicles can travel at 500 kilometers an hour safely and securely. A new generation race event called Next Race is born, which changes the world of racing. Next Racing features AI control support and a Revo boost mechanism. Newcomer named Rin Rindo will make her debut in Next Race and will further revolutionize the sport. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds kind of eh. Let's see, we got Viral Hit. Scrawny high school student Hobin Yu is probably the last guy you would expect to star in a YouTube channel that revolves around fighting, but after following some advice from a mysterious YouTube channel, Hobin is soon knocking out guys stronger than him and raking in more money than he could have ever dreamed of. Can Hobin keep this up, or will he eventually meet his match? That sounds pretty decent. I might check it out. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what this one is. Looks like it's some kind of cute girls doing cute things show. The anime story is set in a town in a not-so-ordinary countryside where a big strange occurrence is happening to his residents, but a young girl named Shizuru Chikura has a strong desire to see her lost friend again. Shizuru and 3 other girls board an abandoned train and they set out outside world where survival is not certain. What awaits them as the last stop of the Doomsday train? I mean, I guess it sounds pretty decent. I may check that out. This one looks like a yaoi, but Maybe not. Let's see. Masaki Fujiyoshi is a stay-at-home spouse and parent. He has fought long and hard with feelings of being a burden to his loving husband. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's fine though. Hiromu, due to his status as an Omega and the difficulty they faced to achieve this domesticality when their son Hikari was born. The family moved to an area better suited for raising children. Despite their newfound domestic bliss, the family's ties and their past are in tatters. There are people they left behind to pursue the creation of their happy family, and when they begin to return, Masaki and Hiromu aren't quite sure they have good intentions. I mean, that actually does sound like a pretty good anime. I've not ever checked out any yaoi, but if I were to start, I mean, shit, that one sounds pretty good. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. So we got Astronaut. Takumi, a gifted chef, was just let go from his job. He lands a gig as an old boarding house called Astro So, but hesitates to accept after learning he must also live there full time. That is until he meets the beautiful and charming caretaker Mira, and he's sold. The two begin to work together, and their connection deepens. But Mira has a secret. She isn't from this world. May check that out. It looks okay. All right. Again, I'm not going to read this one, but it looks okay. Let me check it out. Sosuke Kaburaya is an impoverished detective, met Sarah, a princess from another world with magical powers. Sarah began living with Sosuke, and she quickly adjusted to her life in modern Japan. Meanwhile, Livia, a female knight who came from the same world as Sarah, found herself... where's that? Oh my god, I lost my spot. Found herself lost and homeless, but surprisingly enjoyed her days here. These two people who live a positive life despite their situation, begin to have an impact on Sosuke and the other oddballs in the neighborhood, including the devilish lawyer, a diverse agent, and a cult leader. That kind of sounds similar to Hinamatsuri. So if it's anything like Hinamatsuri, that sounds good. So definitely checking that out if it is. Another Idolmaster anime. So, if you're an Idolmaster, good on you guys for that, getting a new season. The story of Bokyo Batteries follows Haruka Kiyomine and Kei Kaname, a pair of young baseball players who set a field afire as an unstoppable pitcher, catcher, battery in middle school. Although they were scouted by an elite sports school all over Japan, the two instead enroll in ordinary high schools in Tokyo because Kei is suffering from amnesia and his athletic skills have reverted to the level of a rank amateur. It sounds okay. I don't know. Sometimes there's too many sports anime. Alright, I don't know what this title is, but we'll read the synopsis. In the world of flying crow humans, trouble is brewing. Yukiya is the lackluster second son of his regional boss in the North House territory. His younger brother has overtaken him in academics. He is no good at sword battle either. Not that this ever bothers him, so it comes as a shock when this boy, who claims to have no ambition whatsoever, is the one chosen to attend the Imperial Prince in court. What awaits Yukiya and his new master is intrigue, murder, a mysterious drug, an invasion from an unexpected enemy. Can they save the world from the Yatagarasu, three-legged crows of Japanese myth? It sounds okay. I may check a couple episodes out of that. Alright, so we have Rinkai. Let's check this one out. It looks like one of those cute girl doing cute thing kind of anime, but with sports. The story centers around the sport of women's cycling, which debuted in Japan shortly after World War II. However, organized competitions folded just 15 years after and lay dormant for several decades. Then the Rinkai League launched to revive the sport. I mean, it actually sounds kind of decent, but I don't know. So we have another title I'm not even going to attempt to read. So we got, let's see, one day a new sword manifested in their citadel, Fudo Yukimitsu, a sword worn by a commander of the Sengoku era. Oba Nobunaga, who was granted one of his attending servants, Mori Ranmaru, Fudo Yukimitsu, makes it known that he is proud to be Oda Nobunaga's beloved sword, but clashes with other swords who call Nobunaga his former master. Soza Samoji, Hekishi Hasabe, and Yagen Toshushiro. The appointed team captain Yaman Bagiri Kunshiro must rally a citadel that has fallen into disarray at Fudo Yukimitsu's arrival. In the midst of all of this, The Saniwa has received an order to depart for the year over 1582, the Hanoji event where Oda Nobunaga met his demise. Any production will be scripted and overseen by Kenichi Suemitsu, the director of play, the original play. I don't even know what play that is, but honestly, I'm not really all that interested in that. It sounds eh. It just kind of sounds eh. This one has no synopsis, so I have nothing to base this on. Then we have a golfing anime, it looks like. Let's see. The story begins with Igarashi, who was disqualified as a pro golfer after a certain incident and thus moves to Kagoshima Prefecture, Tokura Islands, to step out of the limelight. One of these islands, known as Japan's last unexplored wilderness, he encounters a naive girl named Tombo. As it turns out, these supposedly unexpected islands have a homemade golf course where Tombo plays every day. She demonstrates genius-level prowess, playing every kind of shot with just one golf club, a 3-iron. Igarashi is amazed by Tombo's talent, even as he harbors doubts that her using only a 3-iron, yet hidden deep in Tombo's heart lies a painful, sad past. Oh, that actually sounds pretty decent. Then we got a Mahjong anime, but it's just a sequel to something, which means I don't need to read the synopsis. We got an AI idol anime, it looks like. And then we have another idol anime is what it looks like. Maybe. No, this is a mecha. Change the World, Shin Kalion. Unknown is a mysterious enemy that suddenly appeared a long time ago. As a countermeasure, the Evolutionary Railway Development Agency, ERDA, has developed the Shinkalion robot to transform into bullet trains to prepare for a threat. I want to be a cool person who can protect something. Taisei Onari, a second-year junior high school student, transfers into the Shinkai Gakuen Middle School in search of clues about his older sister who disappeared 2 years ago. Just then, the unknown appears for the first time in 10 years. Taisei happens to have a high aptitude value for the Shinkalion pilot and is forced to make a decision to fight it. But what is the true nature of the unknown, and what is its purpose? What is the truth that comes to the light at the end of the fight? The story of the boy's determination of growth begins now. I'm okay. I'm not huge into a lot of mecha series, so I'm okay on that one. So we got more Shadowverse, and then we got whatever this anime is. I don't know what that is, but looks like some children's show. Anyways, guys, that is the whole list of every anime coming out next year. I've given you my thoughts on them, what I'm probably going to be checking out, and what I won't be checking out. You guys can tell me down in the comments below if you guys are going to be checking out anything different, or what you guys are going to be checking out, what you aren't going to be checking out. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. See ya.